This video response is going to go out to Erin Glover, and it's because of a legitimate question she was asking, which in the last few days has been kind of a rarity at my channel. But here we go. It says, I'm pretty sure it's not my problem. If I was one of your loyal subscribers and I watched your videos to help get me through tough times during which I was facing starvation and eviction, and I watched your educational and inspirational videos, then whammo, someone says something you don't like and you make a response video, how is that helping anyone? Someone just got evicted because you couldn't control your need to always be right. Okay. To answer this, we have to go back a couple of years. Let's go back to October 18th, 2011, when I finally smashed the 100,000 view count. Now you got to keep in mind that there was a period of time between December 2010 where I was at the 50,000 view count and October 18th of 2011 when I finally achieved the 100,000 view count. So between that period of time, I made an additional 50,000 views. But it was not easy. I put up all kinds of little videos. I put up the looking for Lincoln signs. I put up the educational videos. I put up parades. I put up this. I put up that. It was a nice, sweet little channel. But that was the problem. It was a nice, sweet little channel. It was an educational-based channel. And not a lot of people that hang around on YouTube normally turn to educational videos like that. So I was getting a little response here and there, but I really wasn't getting what I needed. And if you're asking me, yes, I contacted a lot of homeless shelters. And their response to me was, well, we just simply don't have enough used computers to use you as a tool to help them. So I'm like, okay. So we're trying to encourage homeless people to possibly go to the libraries and somehow make some kind of arrangement so they can learn from me. We're also trying to get homeless shelters to raise up enough money where they can buy these used computers so they can download these videos, then they can show them to their homeless people that they're taking care of. You know what? The word is not getting out nearly fast enough. Our economy is going in the tank. We need to do something quickly. So I got to thinking, well, what is the intellectual level of YouTube? What are these people thinking? Do they not understand me? Do they not comprehend all the things I've been doing? So I thought, well, let's put their intellectual levels to the test and see if we can increase my ratings enough where more people become aware of me, start using me, and I get to the people I really wanted to get to in the first place. Kony 2012 came along. I thought, well, I'm going to put this to the test. So I made a video response to Kony 2012. Why? If you watch the first 3 minutes of the video, the Kony 2012 video, and then you compare it to a video that I put up, and it's down here in the links below. It's the very first link. It's my 1600th video. Okay. If you'll compare the two, you'll begin to realize how many fallacies that man actually had in the first 3 minutes of his Kony 2012 video. Now, granted, that was my third video response to this thing. I made 2 previous responses. But nobody understood what I was talking about. So finally, on the third response, they finally started getting it. So not only did I get new subscribers and new people watching me, but I was able to assess what their intellectual level was. And I was very disappointed. Alright. And then you're going to find another link down here below to another one of my videos about social anxiety disorder. What prompted me to make that? Because of a video that Beauty Crush had put up. I didn't mind Beauty Crush talking about shyness. What I did mind was she didn't actually mention that there was this thing called social anxiety disorder, and it can be lethal. People die from social anxiety disorder. They literally crumble like a cookie and they die. And because she did not make that distinction in her video saying, well, okay, A little shyness is okay, but if you're into social anxiety disorder, you need to seek professional help before it kills you. I went after her. You should have seen the hateful comments that came back to me. It was incredible. I was like, are you guys kidding me? If somebody dies from social anxiety disorder, then that's a real tragedy. Only because they weren't aware that there was such a disease and it could be a killer. So seeing what I would consider irresponsible material like that, I said, alright, so I put up another video called Nail Polish Remover. Did some research on nail polish remover. I found out that if you combine acetone with chlorine bleach, you form chloroform. And for people with heart conditions, it can kill them. I thought, well, this is a good reason to post up a video. Maybe I can save a few lives doing it. Oh, you should have seen some of the horrible, nasty comments I got from that. I was a stalker. I was a horrible beast. Forever daring, saying, hey, if you got teenagers at home that aren't aware that acetone and chlorine mixed together can form chloroform and it can kill them, they called me a beast for that. That was wrong. And then we have another one. We have Copper Cab. Here was a real winner of one. He made an apology. Okay, you can check this out. You can see Copper Cab's apology. I made 3 videos about that, and the link to the last one, okay, the third in the series that I made in response to him, is down here below. People just didn't get it. You can't apologize for other people, not unless they allow you to do so. He was apologizing for Henry Ward Beecher, Harriet Beecher Stowe, for every Northern Union troop, and for Warren G. Harding. This is the same Warren G. Harding that gave a dedication speech at the Lincoln Memorial when it was first erected in Washington, D.C. This is also the same Warren G. Harding that was knighted as a member of the Ku Klux Klan in the White House. Why was he ever at the Lincoln Memorial? He had no business being there. You should have seen the negative comments I got from that. But it goes on and on. You can see my response to Michael Bloomberg. He is right now acting like a parent. We don't need a parent. He's not my biological father. I don't need him telling me how to live my life. As an adult, I'll live my life as I please. As long as I'm not hurting anybody else, that's my business, not his. It's one thing to cause people to wear seatbelts. It's a totally different deal to stand there and tell you what you can and cannot eat or drink. And this is the kind of thing I deal with all the time. Like I said, not only has it won me some new subscribers and won me a lot of views, it is also spreading the message out everywhere that I really do have videos out there. It's getting people to talk. And more importantly, it is helping me assess what I'm going to have to teach next and how low I'll have to go with that. And believe me, I'm having to go lower and lower and lower because I didn't realize that the people I've been dealing with have no horse sense and they have really no intellectual sense either. You say, well, what was the big deal with Michael Bloomberg? Here was the big deal. Do you honestly think after we went through prohibition that Michael Bloomberg's going to get away with the soda pop business? No way. There'll be an underground network so you can get your soda pop anyway. Trust me on this. He's not going to win on this one. And restaurants could easily go out of business. Why? Because people are going to rebel. They'll say, well, we'll just eat at our house. We'll have public picnics and stuff like that, where Michael Bloomberg can't rule and reign. That's how they'll rebel. Truck drivers, are you kidding? They'll have their own containers. They'll have big old 12 packs of soda pop in the back of their trucks. They'll just pour for themselves. They won't stop at the gas stations anymore, and that will cost the gas stations. So Michael Bloomberg isn't winning on this one. He's actually losing. Losing bad. After a while, they'll repeal this just like they repeal prohibition. And despite the fact that I proved from article to article to article that you can actually lose your job for using expletives, people still deny it. That's foolishness. Absolute foolishness. So you actually really are learning something when you watch some of these videos. I have tried to keep a balance between having these rants and then actually having real educational videos. And the days of late, it hasn't been such a balance, and for that I do apologize. And I will try to get back onto a more educational basis. It was pretty much the Dragonfly 431 that caused the imbalance. Well, he's gone now. I took him off the air. I won't deal with him anymore. So, hopefully, we can get back to what I do best. But I accomplished my mission. I have assessed the intelligence of the people I'm dealing with. I have made myself a lot more popular. I have gotten more views, and I did actually get some new subscribers. Because these people recognized what I was doing. Anyway, hopefully now, as you watch and you see what I'm actually trying to do, you'll begin to understand what I'm trying to do. And the people that are actually watching me for the educational stuff would not do what these people that have been doing to me lately are doing. If you don't understand that, I'll explain in another video. But anyway, hopefully now you'll understand what's going on. Part of this is just a publicity stunt. Part of it is helping me assess the situation that I'm dealing with. And I'm learning just as much as I'm teaching. A good teacher learns as much as they teach. And I am learning a lot. I'm learning about social media. I'm learning about the intellectual levels of what I'm dealing with. And based on that data, I've been able to make better presentations. So, hopefully that answered your question. If you have any further questions, you just let me know. Leave a comment. I would much rather you leave a video response so I can relate to you on a one-on-one basis. I really want to get to know you. Because that was a legitimate question, and I thought it was brilliant. Alright, I will tell you more in a future video. Stay tuned.